Now on Nightside, good news for ski bums. More than one resort is opening this weekend where you can hit the slopes and the conditions you should expect.
Well, the snow in town has tapered off for now, but not for long. The next round is less than an hour away from Spokane. I'll let you know how much to expect in your first alert forecast.
And a free opportunity this weekend to update your Hyundai and protect it from theft. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks so much for staying up with us here on your Friday night. I'm Derek Dice. With all the snowfall throughout the inland Northwest, Spokane County crews have been plowing and sanding since last night. That sand is mixed with road salt to help with traction and break through compacted snow and ice. The Department of Transportation reminds you to stay back from its plows and give them plenty of room. Even on I-90, those plows will only be going 35 miles per hour. Top priorities for Spokane County crews are major arterials and emergency routes, then secondary roads and hilly neighborhoods. And it looks like it's stopped for now, but we know there's going to be more on the way, right, Chris?
Yes, we're already starting to see hints of the next system on the way, knocking right at the back door here in Spokane. We may start to see some very light snow flurries just here in the next hour, but this is going to pick up in intensity as we get into the overnight. Here's a look at our forecast radar at midnight with some heavier snow from I-90 south down onto the Palouse. Light snow as we head further to the north. As we go through the overnight, here's 4 a.m. We're just going to see that snow picking up in intensity and really getting going in the 7 to 9 o'clock hour. But here is 4 a.m. You'll notice some locations transitioning over to rain. That will not be Spokane. We're going to keep it as snow until possibly into the 10 o'clock hour. The computer model wanting to make it turn over to rain by 9. I think will be more likely a rain-snow mix before we dry out and then stay dry the rest of the day on Saturday. They'll give you a chance to do some shoveling and dry out a little bit. 2 to 3 inches possible in Spokane with up to 4 in Coeur d'Alene. Now, some of these totals include additional snow coming in overnight Saturday and into Sunday. Colville and Sandpoint in particular, for the most part, we'll be dealing with rain with the next wave partway through the weekend. Saturday, starting the day off with snow, then we may see some sunshine in the afternoon, but it is going to be a windy day, and I'll be talking more about what kind of winds we can expect with this system coming up in just a few minutes. Derek?
Looking forward to it. Well, the passes got hit with a good amount of snow. That's why the Washington Department of Transportation wants to remind you to obey all restrictions when you're going over the pass.
If it says traction tires required, that means traction tires are required. It's not recommended, it's a requirement. Our closure times would be vastly reduced if people would follow the restrictions.
The DOT recommends you stay off the roads until conditions improve, but if you do really need to go out and get over the pass, make sure you're driving carefully and give yourself plenty of time. Well, all of our local ski areas are welcoming this fresh snowfall today. 49 Degrees North Ski Resort is ready to open tomorrow with some new amenities, and local businesses in Chewelah are excited for the ski season. 49 Degrees North is introducing new ski runs and adding snowmaking machines, plus a 7,000 square foot extra space is ready for you to come hang out in between runs. More customers means a stronger economy for the town.
More job opportunities for people in the area. It gives us the opportunity to be more competitive with pay. So those are all things that really benefit the region.
Now, partnering with 49 Degrees North, the Missisquoi Hotel is also finishing up construction right now. That new hotel will have 69 rooms, ski locker rooms, and a shuttle service. It's expected to open early next year. Lookout Pass also opening this weekend. The resort announced its opening on Sunday. No word yet on what trails will be open. The company says all that info will be in this Sunday's snow report, so check it before you head up. All right, Washington State has made a huge step in forming a football schedule for next season. Wazoo and Oregon State have agreed to play 6 games against the Mountain West Conference as part of a scheduling alliance. Sports Director Julian Minnesota is here now in studio with the latest on what this is going to look like here for the Cougs.
Yeah, Washington State will play 3 home games and then 3 away games against the Mountain West next season. This does not include the games that were already previously scheduled against Mountain West opponents. Washington State and Oregon State will not be eligible for the Mountain West championship game, but they will have to pay $14 million to the Mountain West as part of the deal. As of now, this agreement is only for 1 season. WSU and OSU have a 2-year grace period to operate as a 2-team conference while they figure out their futures. The transfer portal opens on Monday, and that's when players can start looking for new schools. But this news gives head coach Jake Dickert some clarity on how to sell his program to potential recruits and current players.
It's good to have a target and to know what that looks like. And this gives us an opportunity to put a playoff caliber team out on the field. That is what it's about. And, you know, I think it's interesting when you really dive into it. It's about getting into the top 12 going forward.
Well, WSU still has 1 open spot on the schedule. The hope is to play a power conference team in Pullman. Rumors have been around Texas Tech. Derek.
Julian, thank you. Well, assembling a football schedule has been the top priority for WSU, as schedules are usually ironed out years in advance. But student athletes on the Cougs' 14 other Division I programs are still in limbo, asking what's next for them. WSU Athletics Director Pat Chun says they're grinding away, trying to find a temporary home for these programs before next season. But that's going to take time because WSU still has to finalize that football schedule and iron out TV deals. And with football leaning into the Mountain West for next season, it would seem logical to see if their other programs could follow suit. Chun made it seem like that is the direction Washington State could be heading, at least in the short term.
We are working on parallel tracks for all of our sports here at Washington State, and we're hopeful that those announcements can come out here shortly.
Now, the Mountain West has competitive programs in all those sports, and the geography would make it economically feasible for the non-revenue sports. But what happens to TV deals with this short-term partnership? Chun says that's the next item to tackle in a growing to-do list.
We'll work with Oregon State through the conference to identify television opportunities and partners. As normal with traditional TV agreements, we'll control the rights to all of our home games. So we'll begin that process in short order as soon as we finalize our football schedules.
Chun made it clear WSU is not joining the Mountain West. They'll continue to operate as the Pac-12 as they work to reconstruct it. Spokane Hyundai is hosting a free event tomorrow and Sunday to help prevent break-ins and thefts in its most vulnerable models. If you have a 2011 to 2022 Hyundai that uses a standard key, you can bring it into Spokane Hyundai on East Sprague in the Valley this weekend, where you can get a free software update to protect your car from theft.
I still have friends and people who own Hyundais and Kias that don't even know that this is happening, and it's still happening.
No appointment is needed, and installing the update should only take about 30 minutes. The event is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. You can check if your make and model needs this update inside this story on KXLY.com. We've got it all listed for you there. A high school woodshop class is transformed into Santa's workshop. We'll give you a look at what they're working on. And Spokane's food service industry is a tight-knit community. How they came together to help one of their own, next on Nightside.
Here's some preliminary snowfall totals from today. Cheney and Chattaroy both in the 4.5-inch range. We're close to 3.5 in Moses Lake, as well as officially at Spokane at the airport. Newport, 3 inches of snow. We have more in the forecast, plus the winds are picking up. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV. 4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Hey there, everybody. It's me, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yes.
Expect the unexpected.
And I've never seen you in the club till it closed.
Well, I beg to differ. In fact, I even have a tattoo on my leg.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy.
They're very convincing children.
I mean, enough with the cold feet. It's time to move this along. Take the next step.
I hear you. You're tired of waiting.
Yes.
But at Eyeglass World, you don't have to wait. They're not like all those other guys. They make your glasses right there in their same-day lab.
No waiting?
Mm-mm.
Do you mind if I go?
You mind if I finish your cannoli?
For a limited time, get 50% off lenses with frames from many of our designer brands. It's the designer sale, only at Eyeglass World.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
With effortless power and the reliability of iActive all-wheel drive, Mazda CUVs are built for the Pacific Northwest. Take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
The Black Friday savings have been extended at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores.
Get extended holiday discounts or take advantage of no money down, no minimum purchase, 5 years no interest financing.
On furniture for every room in your home this week at Walker's.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Salvation Army Spokane.
All right, welcome back to Nightside. One Massachusetts mom is creating holiday cheer with a giant snowman made out of hundreds of milk jugs. Rightly named Jughead, the community came together collecting over 700 milk jugs over the year. Jughead has a pool noodle pipe and a cone-based nose with 2 eyes painted like coal. The good second option when you don't have any actual snow. It looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, creating snowman out of milk jugs, not really a problem for us. We got the real stuff.
We do, although that one's not going to melt, and there will be nothing to show for your snowman here in just a few days. But take a look at our time lapse from today. I just love this. We got a lot of snow here at 4 News Now, right across the street from the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, and the roads are still tricky around. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have the snow coming in overnight into tomorrow morning. Then we're going to be dry by Saturday afternoon. Wind is the problem, and actually those winds are going to pick up in the morning and stay with us through a good portion of the afternoon. 35 to 45 mile per hour gusts possible around the region. Dangerous past travel tomorrow. Not only are you going to be dealing with blowing snow, but heavy snow, particularly over the Cascades, but also at Lookout and 4th of July Pass. Sunday is just going to be slushy. We are going to warm up and stay warm. Let's look at our winds. Currently fairly calm around the region, but they're going to be picking up right around 7 in the morning. I'll stop it here at 7. 34 mile per hour gusts in Spokane, 41 mile per hour in Ritzville and Grand Coulee, and then those will continue to ramp up through the morning, staying breezy through the afternoon before things start to die down more significantly tomorrow night. Precipitation, we are going to see that kicking up later tonight. 100% chance of most likely snow at 7 a.m. That decreases rapidly and will be dry as early as 10 a.m. A 20% chance at 11, but dry the rest of the day until we get into Saturday night, Sunday morning. Here's Sunday at 1 a.m. Starting to see a little bit of wet weather developing around the region. Here we are at 6 a.m. with snow, possibly mixed with some rain or non-accumulating snow at 6 a.m. in Spokane. That moves into Coeur d'Alene, turning all to rain by the time we're mid-morning. Here's noon, and then we dry out again. Just a few hit-and-miss showers behind the main front before the next round of wet weather moves in. Now, we do have some weather alerts to tell you about. The area shaded in purple is a winter weather advisory. That expires at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The area in pink, that is a winter storm warning that goes all the way through Sunday at 6 o'clock. The snow level, or 4 o'clock, the snow level will be increasing throughout the day Sunday, but still will be an issue on the passes. So tonight we have snow coming, 27 for an overnight low, wind gusts to 20. Those will be picking up close to 45 tomorrow in places with morning snow, some afternoon sunshine possible. Then it is mostly rain through the rest of the 7-day forecast. May see some snow mixing back in Thursday and Friday, cooling back down. We might have to shovel again in the 7-day forecast, but odds are we are just going to be dealing with that non-accumulating snow or rain-snow mix through the rest of the 7-day forecast, Derek.
Yeah, I shoveled a little bit this morning, and then, of course, it was more snow right after.
Oh yes, and that it'll melt and freeze and thaw, and it'll be a mess for a while.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. If you were in Spokane Valley tonight, you might have seen this bright spot of holiday cheer. The tree lighting ceremony at City Hall started at 6 with enchanting music, hot chocolate, and a special visit from Santa Claus himself. Airway Heights Winterfest kicked off at 6 with a tree lighting and fireworks show at Sunset Park. The festivities will continue tomorrow with breakfast and pictures with Santa at the Rec Center. Well, Santa's going to be pretty busy with all those photo shoots, but luckily he has some local helpers. Ferris High School's woodshop class is transformed into Santa's workshop. Students are making toys for the Christmas Bureau, a local nonprofit that provides holiday help to families in need. The students are making everything from scratch. They saw, they drill, they torch, and they sand. This is the second year the class is donating toys to the Christmas Bureau. Children will be receiving toy cars, reindeer, tabletop spinners, and more. One student says this project is more than just a donation.
It also teaches us that, to do something greater than ourselves, because not only is it great for the little kids because then they get toys, but we also get experience making the toys, and they are something fairly quickly so that we can make a bunch of them, and it's very easy, so it hones our skills.
So you may not see elves or Santa, but you do see Mr. Mead and his students working to make Christmas for hundreds of families a little bit merrier, one toy at a time. Well, some of the lowest paying jobs in the country are filled by the people making your food. Earlier this year, a local chef went nearly blind, unable to work or pay rent. He says he was hesitant to reach out for help, but thanks to the local food service industry, he didn't have to. When local chef Mike Bosch lost vision due to a diabetes diagnosis, he wasn't able to work and was in a hard place both physically and mentally. But Spokane's food service industry is tight-knit, and they immediately stepped in to help. His friends in the food service industry started hosting fundraisers for him and helping him financially while he was out of work.
When you're not able to see and you don't know who's around you, you kind of close yourself. But when I had the community and my friends and family, come and support me, it made me feel like I can do this.
Now, you might recognize Chef Mike from Chaps or Island Style Food and Barbecue, or even the Spokane Cookbook that you're looking at right now. Proceeds from cookbook sales go directly towards Big Table, a nonprofit that helps hospitality workers like Chef Mike. Great to see them reaching out to help. Well, could a serious illness in dogs that's sweeping the country actually be a strain of COVID? And could a drug designed for humans be the cure? Find out next here on Nightside.
Later on Nightline, George Santos, once viewed as the future of the new and inclusive Republican Party, was expelled in a historic vote. And the Golden Bachelor finds love and happiness amid drama and controversy.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. The big beefy boy that started it all. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's time
time to jumpstart your New Year's resolutions this week at Move Fitness with a special Enroll Now $24 offer to get you moving more in 2024. Move Fitness.
This Christmas, treat yourself to a new Toyota from Findlay and take advantage of year-end specials on your favorite Toyotas. Plus, delay payments for up to 90 days, making it a great time to check off your wish list for that perfect gift from Findlay.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day, a classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. New on Nightside. The respiratory illness impacting dogs across the nation has left scientists stumped. But one veterinarian in Iowa has a theory. Could human owners be giving their dogs COVID? And could a COVID drug designed for humans be the cure? Pepper Purpura from KCCI reports.
I think he has a good prognosis, honestly.
Veterinarian Doug Swain has a theory.
I had COVID and spent 9 days in ICU myself. And, when I see these dogs, I think about, how I looked.
He says a mysterious dog illness sweeping the country might be a strain of COVID-19.
What I'm saying is I think we need to have an open mind.
Last Wednesday, one of Swain's patients came in poor condition.
I don't know how much longer he's going to make it if we don't do something. And so that's when we started talking.
That's when Cash's owner, Ryan Knowles, mentioned he recently had COVID. And Swain had an idea.
It's just like a spark, went off with Doug. And next thing you know, he's in here on the computer and we're on Google and he's making phone calls.
Swain says he's seeing a trend. Dogs that have no contact with other animals come in sick, but their owners mention having COVID around the same time.
Both the last 2 dogs that I treated that were severe, both customers had COVID within the last week or 2.
With no other options to help Cash, Swain decided to put his idea to the test. He prescribed the COVID drug, Paxlovid.
It's kind of a death sentence if we don't, so what are we going to do?
Just days later, Cash is on the road to recovery.
It was amazing.
And Swain is testing the treatment on some of his other, more severe patients. Cash's recovery could be a mere coincidence, but Swain is going to continue trying the method.
All right, pretty interesting there. World AIDS Day hopes to raise awareness and destigmatize a disease that disproportionately affects minorities. Approximately 1.2 million people have HIV, and about 13% of them don't even know it. Because of advancements in treatment, those who have HIV can expect to have about the same life expectancy as everyone else. But doctors say there's still work to be done. The CDC recommends everyone between the ages of 13 and 64 get tested for HIV at least once as part of a routine health care. But the stigma around the disease may prevent people from doing that.
Even though there is more knowledge about HIV, there's still a lot of ignorance about it.
There are medications that can help prevent an infection and treatments that can stop the spread. Addressing disparities in testing and access to care is critical.
Because we could have a cure today, but if we can't get it to the people that need it, then it's pointless.
For those who may be at an ongoing risk for HIV, the CDC recommends screening at least annually. Well, what you're looking at is the locks being changed on former Representative George Santos' office shortly after being expelled from the House of Representatives. Santos is only the 6th person in U.S. history to be voted out of Congress, with the last one being in 2002. Santos leaving the House floor before the vote.
I no longer have to answer legal questions.
105 Republicans and 206 Democrats voted to remove Santos, with 8 representatives, including Eastern Washington's Kathy McMorris Rodgers, choosing not to vote. Santos was ousted after allegedly misusing campaign funds for personal expenditures. The Department of Justice brought 23 felony charges against Santos for alleged crimes like wire fraud and identity theft. Santos pleaded not guilty. A special election will be held soon to fill his seat. All right, we take a look at Washington State's football schedule for next season. Big games you want to circle on your calendars. That's next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. KXLY, celebrating 70 years on the air.
Ready, set,
glow.
It's raining Christmas!
Sunday, it's an all-new light fight you'll love a whole lot.
That is so incredible.
With the biggest, highest, and most high-tech display ever.
400 drones! Oh my God.
The Great Christmas Light Fight, Sunday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Welcome to your KXLY Plus live update.
Expect even more from KXLY Plus.
It is 4 o'clock. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
Live updates from the 4 News Now team. Breaking news as it happens.
That front comes in, gusty winds come with it.
Weather every 10 minutes.
Best chance of rain will really be from noon on.
Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect with 4 News Now on KXLY Plus. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
Experience the magic and share the joy at Disney's Frozen, the spectacular new musical. From the producer of The Lion King and Aladdin, this beloved story comes to life on stage in an unforgettable theatrical experience. You've never seen Frozen like this.
Disney's Frozen is coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts, July 24th to August 4th. Don't be left out in the cold. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com today.
This Christmas, treat yourself to a new Toyota from Finley and take advantage of year-end specials on your favorite Toyotas. Plus, delay payments for up to 90 days, making it a great time to check off your wish list for that perfect gift from Finley.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Ever since the end of the Apple Cup, Washington State quarterback Cam Ward, there's speculation that he might be on the move. And today, he confirmed it. Ward taking to Twitter this morning, announcing his decision to enter the 2024 NFL Draft, as well as entering his name into the transfer portal. In 2 seasons at Washington State, he threw for nearly 7,000 yards and 48 touchdowns. Not bad for a kid coming out of the FCS level. However, as Cam's game continued to elevate, so did the number of eyes watching him. And head coach Jake Dickert says this isn't exactly a surprise.
There has been great conversation with Cam and his family for a long time. Okay, we always knew this was going to be the destination of what he was going to be doing. Right? This is not a shock. This is not a surprise. We have always supported Cam. We support Cam in his decision today, and we support Cam in his efforts going forward. Cam wants to play in the NFL. I think he has all the tools to do it.
As for who will be taking over the reins at quarterback next season, that falls to redshirt freshman John Mateer at the moment. He appeared in 11 games this season, scoring 5 touchdowns, but Dickert says they won't just hand him the job, so expect it to go to the transfer portal and find someone to challenge Mateer for that starting role in 2024. So Ward is leaving. That's bad news for the Cougars. Good news for Washington State is they finally have an idea of what a football schedule will look like next season. Of course, Wazoo and Oregon State have agreed to a partnership with the Mountain West Conference. We bring in Alex Crescenti here to break down the schedule. Alex, tell us what you see right here.
Yeah, right. For months, we had been wondering what's the future for Washington State football ever since basically the beginning of the season. Where are they going to call home? Well, they are going to be in the Pac-12 still, but this agreement with the Mountain West calls for 6 conference games, or non-conference games, I should say, with the Mountain West. 3 at home, 3 on the road. But the Cougars already have 2 slated, San Diego State and San Jose State, so they're going to play 8 Mountain West schools next year. Then they're also going to have Oregon State on the schedule. Of course, Portland State's going to be the FCS opponent, and of course, the Apple Cup over at Lumen Field neutral site. That leaves one more spot open for a Power 5 opponent. They're hoping that is going to be Texas Tech. That is the rumored one. Now, Washington State can't make the Mountain West Championship, or they're not eligible for any potential payouts from bowl games or the college football playoff. But the Cougars still can make bowl games and the college football playoff, so that's a bit of a silver lining there, and there is some hope moving forward for the Cougs. Julian?
All right, Alex, thank you so much. Now, it was like a script from a movie. Oregon and Washington for the Pac-12 championship, 2 of the biggest brands in the conference as we know it, for one final time. The winner earns a spot in the college football playoff. This one was on KXLY right before our show at 8 o'clock earlier tonight. The game also featured the 2 Heisman frontrunners. potential Michael Penix Jr. from Washington and Oregon's Bo Nix. Penix and the Huskies strike first there as running back Dylan Johnson rumbles ahead for 6. Now, Washington, they took a 10-0 lead early on, but the Ducks, they responded in a big way. Nix goes to Terrence Ferguson, who makes the one-handed grab in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. UW still led by 10 at halftime, but out of the break, it was the Ducks who punched them in the mouth. Jordan James goes untouched into the end zone for the score to give the Ducks the lead. But it wouldn't last long for Oregon. Johnson takes over at the goal line for his second score of the game. He had 3 touchdowns on the night. Washington goes back in front. 3 minutes to go. Penix is going to go in the air to Quentin Moore, his first touchdown of the season, and what a time. It gives the Cougars, or excuse me, the Huskies, I know wishful thinking there for Derek, the Huskies a comfortable cushion. Huskies with the ball now leading by 3. They need a touchdown. Oregon needs a stop, but Johnson, who had 122 yards on the night, clinches the Pac-12 title for the Huskies. Washington is the first Pac-12 team to go undefeated in conference play. The Huskies are now on their way to presumably the college football playoff. And shout out to the Washington State women's volleyball team. They swept Grand Canyon in the first round of the NCAA tournament in Pullman tonight. 3rd straight first-round sweep for the Cougars. WSU now will host Dayton tomorrow for a trip to the Sweet 16. That one gets started at 7 o'clock there at Bowler. WSU Women's Hoops also took care of UC Davis tonight, 77-52. So aside from maybe losing Cam Ward and the Huskies winning, there was some W's across the board for WSU there.
Besides those 2 big things.
Yeah, but there's a silver lining there somewhere to that. Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean, whoa.
This Christmas, treat yourself or a loved one to a new vehicle from Findlay with delayed payments for up to 90 days and bigger than normal trade-in values for your old ride, giving you plenty of reasons to upgrade to a new RAV4, Tacoma, or Tundra truck. And if you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, we've got lots of great choices for everyone.
I'm looking for something sporty and fast.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Ho, ho, ho!
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY+.
Black Friday mattress discounts have been extended at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores with some of the biggest savings of the year on all Serta and Beauty Rest mattress sets with no money down and no interest for up to 5 years.
Today through this Monday at Walker's.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
With effortless power and the reliability of iActive all-wheel drive, Mazda CUVs are built for the Pacific Northwest. Take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
All right, how about this? Just in time for the holidays, you can get a limited edition vinyl of the Bing Crosby version of The Night Before Christmas. All you have to do is visit the Crosby House Museum tomorrow. The new collection includes rare and never-released holiday songs curated by the Crosby estate. They're free, but you want to get there early because they're only available to the first 50 people. The museum opens tomorrow at 1.
Do you remember earlier in the week when I said to get your Christmas lights up?
Yeah, I didn't listen, unfortunately.
It's not going to be a super time to be on a ladder tomorrow or Sunday. Windy tomorrow with snow in the morning, more just rain on Sunday. After a little bit of morning snow, it's going to be slushy, gross weather.
I think I'll wait for, hopefully find a break sometime next week that I can, get out and get it done.
Okay, I'll try to find one. I'll advise you.
All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for being with us here on 4 News Now Nightside. Don't forget to check out our weekend editions, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Everybody have a great weekend.